All right, test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. Let's increase that volume up a little bit and we are good to go. All right, so happy Saturday. It's been an uneventful day for Bitcoin, I would say, but we did see some altcoins make some larger moves. Loki is very, very excited because he finally got some chicken jerky in today. Finally got in through the mail, so he's going to be getting a little bit of it, as you guys see here soon. Chicken jerky. And you can see how much he loves this stuff. But, ooh, what's better for you? Hold on, Sloki. We'll get you this first. Okay, there you go. And then his vet told me to get some of these things for his teeth and whatnot. So I'm gonna see if he likes them or not. But apparently he has some tartar buildup, and if I don't want to brush it myself, I got to give him these. And then I got to check and see if it's actually working. And if it is working, awesome. If it's not working, I'm brushing his teeth for his own good. Because I want him to have good dental care until he's old and whatnot. Oh, shit. He already finished it. Look at. Yep. But see the teeth? Okay. So, we'll see how all that goes. But anyway, happy to see all of you guys here. Hey, Jane. Hey, Wilder. Hexillionaire. Happy to see all of you guys here. Kilo. Definitely an interesting week we got coming up here. I'll do a double check here in a few minutes because I haven't been able to look at the charts so much today. All I see is that momentum is stalling out a little bit. It's not so much where I'm super concerned about it, but it's definitely one of those times, like I've been saying for the past few days, it's okay to scale out a little bit, take some profit, and then wait to see what happens next. If you guys have taken profit out over the last, 3, 4, 5 days, you really don't have to do much right now. You're pretty much just waiting. Where you guys, again, might feel a little bit more of a burn, like we talked about a few days ago with meme coins, is if meme coins start to drop down a little bit more because Bitcoin takes a small dip. That's what you're seeing a little bit of right now. However, it was funny because we just started talking about this, I think, back on Wednesday. Some of you guys were talking about, and me were talking about Matic or Polygon, like, you know, all these other tokens that really haven't had big moves, like the Mana, Sand, all the metaverse tokens, all that type of stuff. And what happened yesterday? They all started to go absolutely crazy as soon as meme coins started to hit those levels of resistance and just kind of phase out a little bit. Again, people were taking the profits and whatnot. They all started to rotate into everything else, which was definitely a good sign for us here. It does mean that there's lots of money around the market. No matter what you guys have been buying, as long as it's been decent, it still has an opportunity to pop here. And depending on how much of a dip we get over the next few days, if we even get one, I'll just continue to keep dollar cost averaging, and that's basically been working so far. I think I told you, one of you guys, this in a message earlier today. Whereas my meme coins right now are all profitable, most of them are all doing very well. The only meme coins that are not profitable are the ones that kept up going all the way to zero and they just have never had a recovery. That's about 10% of my meme coins. Everything else is doing great. All the profits outweigh any of the losses I've sustained with those other meme coins, which is, you know, why you diversify. But I'm still not completely profitable with my Matic dollar cost averaging and things like that. Maybe a little bit with ADA because of ADA having a big pop, XRP having a big pop, but I've owned XRP for so long, which means I haven't really seen much profit or much losses over the years. It's just kind of been going sideways. But we've continued to see some really good moves. So that's kind of the goal of what we're going to be talking about here today. We're going to talk a little bit about Bitcoin on Twitter. Then I'm going to go through X. Then we're going to go through, I think Donald Trump was at UFC tonight, so I wanted to see if he said anything or if there's any Bitcoin people there, because it's always interesting, because some crypto companies actually do sponsor UFC. Got 2 CNBC videos to talk about here. One from one about Kathy Woods, and then one about Michael Saylor, which is always going to be important. I think probably most of you guys have seen the Michael Saylor video by now, but if you guys have not, that's where we're going to be starting. Sorry, I got some good music coming on in the background. I don't know what the song is actually. Oh, it's some Luther Vandross, Take Me Out Tonight. After that, we're going to look at some of my trades that I have going on, the good, the bad, the profitable, the not so profitable. Thank God I scaled out of some of these meme coins, though, because the profits have gone down, like Pepe. Remember, Pepe, we did a scale out on that one with a rising stop loss. So if it hit the stop loss on the way back down, I think we were going to sell about 75% of our Pepe. Thank God, because it was like at 1,400% profit was our goal. If it fell down that much, we went from 1,700% profit all the way down, I think, to 900% profit. So thank God for that you know, moving those stop losses up, just taking some profit there. And of course, I can always buy more Pepe down the road here. But gosh, when something is booming like that, you know, it pays to just take a little bit of profit off, you know, skim a little bit off. All right, then after that, we're going to be going over all the charts and what's going on there, looking on the data, coinmarketcap.com and stuff like that. I'm going to be breaking down the pattern for us today because we don't normally have these broadening wedge patterns all too much. I'll talk about the new PC I think I'm going to be getting here in January, which will be pretty fun. I know Villarat will love that one. And then I think that's it for today. Then we'll just kind of chill out and have a good time here. So let's start off with... Maybe this is the better way to do it. Yeah, I always like this way a little bit better. Oh, and as always, this video is sponsored by BYDeFi and ZoomX. So if you guys are looking for a new exchange, you guys are tired or something is going wrong with the current exchange, always hop over there. They always got good deals for you guys, and the links are down below in the description. Okay, I just thought this video was funny. We're not even gonna listen to the sound here, but Bitcoin hits 93K. You're so lucky. How do you feel right now, crypto holders? I feel there's a lot of people that feel beat down like this. Hopefully not literally, but if you can get a win out of it, you know, make some money, I think you're gonna be good. This is probably what they think long-term holding actually looks like here. All right, so here's Donald Trump going to the UFC and stuff like that. Maybe I'll look at that in just a second here. Or actually, no, this was the Bitcoin one. I don't think there was any more big news. Michael Saylor had this, I don't know what you want to call it, this talk, I guess you would say, talking about Bitcoin, how it's going to revolutionize everything, why their company is so profitable, how the people can make profitable companies like his, and all that type of stuff. I cut up this video using Opus Clip to do a bunch of stuff, and if you guys want to see a bunch of the highlights of this, kind of just, if you want to enhance your mind, so to speak, I'll be posting these on my page so you guys don't have to listen to the whole 58 minutes because it is very dry during certain sections, but other sections he actually dropped some really good nuggets of knowledge. So if you guys haven't already, I think I got, you could follow me on X. What is my account? Michael Whitman Crypto. I added crypto in there just because people are asking about crypto. It's under review right now, but it's going to be approved. All right. After that, I thought this was just a good thing. No. Oh, yeah. So this is who was at UFC tonight. President-elect Trump, Mike Johnson, Tulsi Gabbard, Elon Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy, RFK Jr., Dana White, Donald Trump Jr., Kid Rock, and then also who was there? Joe Rogan is there as well, but he's actually, you know, works there. So definitely some interesting things. This guy, Mike Johnson, he's the head of the House. He is going to do everything he can to make Trump like him because Trump is the only thing keeping this guy in his job. So when I saw this happening, there's Kid Rock, there's Elon Musk, and there's Vivek right there, I think. This was hilarious to me because of the way the politics are running. Trump controls this guy's whole freaking career. And the way he's so cheesy with doing it is fucking hilarious. Like, he does not belong there, but he's trying to have a good a good time. All right. Actually, before we go over here to the YouTube videos that I have for us today, I believe, is it this one right here? Yeah, before we get to these ones here, I do want to focus on a couple more things. Let's go over profits first because we have seen profits come down a little bit more. So when I'm talking about Bitcoin and other assets losing momentum, I just want to show you guys some stuff. Arbitrum right now definitely lost some momentum over the last 24, 48 hours. It did have a spike up here towards 76 cents, but now we're all the way back down to 69. We bought back over here. We're kind of red for a few days, right? Like a week almost. We're spiking, but you can see not doing so hot. XRP, this is one of the exceptions because of the news going out. XRP, we bought way back over, way back over here. It's been going crazy, but momentum has been dying over the last couple days here, okay? Momentum is slowing down. Sorry, this is a 4-hour chart. This is slowing down over the last 24, 48 hours. 24, 30 hours, excuse me. All right, World Token, you're basically going to see a lot of this here, right? Kept on going up for a while. It's definitely been stalling out just a little bit. Not enough, again, to make me sell everything. Just enough to make me say, hey, maybe I should sell some and take some profits here. You know, XRP is still doing very, very good. I like that. But again, you know, it was a lot higher at a certain point. Fetch AI up 58%. GOAT still doing very, very well. But look at GOAT as well, right? Actually, no, GOAT's actually still moving up well. Wow. I haven't had a chance to look at this one because it's just, how do I say this? It's just so kind of its own thing that I don't bother it. And I'm keeping this for a while. I did also buy back over here. It was definitely a rough beginning, like a lot of other tokens, but I held, you know, and then, you know, here we go. Anything else that has a big thing? Pepe still doing okay right now. All right. Here's the second stop loss that we have. Still looking okay. Riding the wave. We'll see what happens next. You know, I think we're fine for now. I think we're fine for now on this one. Anything else that I want to talk to you guys about? Oh, here's one. Cat. So I've already sold some of this cat a while ago. It looks like I have realized gains here of about 582 bucks. I probably had a stop loss right here or something like that. I don't know. You can see it's a little bit weaker right now. The long we got way back over here, definitely giving us some money right now. I'll wait and see. You can see there's almost a breakdown happening here, so I'm a little bit more concerned. I'm hoping this turns into a gigantic pennant eventually. Then we have another breakout, then I'm okay with holding it. But so far, this one, you know, again, I probably scaled like 70% of this, 80% of it. It's still up 843%, so it still is making us some money. We are paying some fees here, but I think that's fine. Everything else is up like 87%, 270%, 339%. Polygon's only up 80%, I mean 70%, and that's been a rough time, as you guys know. It's had a good move over the last couple days, but Turbo, disappointment for me so far, only up 6%. Very much a disappointment. Very, very much a disappointment. Blast is only at 50%, the 5x leverage, so it's okay, but not my favorite. Render with the 10x leverage is up 350%, so that's also kind of nice to see. But I guess, you know, I need to shave some of these off and probably start looking for some new positions here. But again, there's only so many meme coins out there that people really enjoy. And I'll be talking about more of those. Some of the meme coins that I've been buying have been some of the stuff that you guys have been talking to me about, actually. Some of you guys have introduced me to like Crow with Knife and random shit. And I'm like, toss a couple $100 into it. You know, I'm flush with cash right now. What else am I going to do? But I'm keeping track of that. As far as everything else is concerned, I don't have many positions on ZoomX or BYDFi. BYDFi, Hamster's still at 420%, Caddy's at 50%, but big time here. Now, big time, I just had a small position because I wanted to see what happens if I hold this for a while. This has not been the best position for me over the past few weeks. You know, I was expecting a little bit better of a move. Remember, you know, this is a daily chart, so it's a little bit different than the 4-hour charts we're looking at. You know, I was definitely expecting more of a pop to happen so I could start to sell, maybe getting back up here to 24 cents. We never even came close, so I'm hoping big time can really get the move on. Go over here to the weekly chart. All right, all those last week's gains have pretty much been evaporated here, so not the best move there. ZoomX, Bitcoin position, we're up 300% here. Sheeb is up 237%. Sundog is up sorry, my eyes are bad, as you guys know. Sundog is up 543%. Chess is up 64%. Moondang, which I have a lot of tokens in, of course, we're up around 1,400% right now. This is one of my large spot holdings, actually, at the moment. Oddly enough, I bought it through crypto.com because it was easy to buy there. But again, last couple of days we've seen a little bit of weakness. We saw some back over here. I haven't shaved off any except for my spot trade. I have not shaved off any of the leverage trade. Maybe I should have done that in reverse. We'll have to wait and see. There's something nice about seeing 1,500% profit though for a token, right? These are 10x leverages as well. Sheeb is up 238%. Sundog at 543. Chess up, yeah. Deep is up 200%. And lastly, we have Goat, which is up 931%. So nice moves. I wish ZoomX would have that little button where you can kind of share the profits and whatnot, because typically you can't really. The only way I could probably show you this without going super zoomed in is like doing something like this. Let's see, how do I, maybe that might not even work here. Well, let me zoom in. That's the question. So, oh, there you go. Okay. See, put a few bucks in there. It could turn into a little bit more money, of course. Now, again, we're doing smaller positions to try to be responsible during this time with the leverage. But at least, you know, at least we're making some money here. All right, so let's exit out of those. We'll hex out this one as well. Let's head over here to Bitcoin. This is an interesting one now because I would say that the next 24 to 48 hours do hold a lot of weight. I think this whole week just holds a lot of weight. Don't let me say just the next few hours, because I think it is going to be a while here. We got some resistance levels to worry about, some support levels to worry about. At this point, though, we did not manage to break out above the 90,900. I would say, again, we still have 19 hours and 43 minutes, so I would expect tomorrow to be very, very volatile. Kind of what we're seeing right now, which I think is kind of cool, is this bullhorn pattern. There's a technical name for it, but it's called a broadening formation as far as Investopedia. But I just want you guys to read and understand what it means. So this chart below shows an example of a classic broadening formation. I don't know why I call it the bullhorn, because, you know, and like you have the horn, it opens up like that, wonk, you know what I mean? Anyway, where is, okay. Broadening formations occur when a market is experiencing heightened disagreements among investors over the appropriate price of a security over a short period of time. Buyers become increasingly willing to buy at higher prices, while sellers find ever more motivation to take profits. This creates a series of higher interim peaks in the price and lower interim lows. When connecting these highs and lows, the trend lines form a widening pattern that looks like a megaphone or reverse symmetrical triangle. Right? This price may reflect the random disagreement between investors, or it may reflect a more fundamental factor. For example, many countries experience broadening formations due to a heightened political risk ahead of an upcoming election, different polling results, yada, yada, yada. And right now, I do think we're seeing a lot of stuff happen in politics that's like freaking everybody out. And on top of that, the crypto community is fairly bullish, right? The OGs, people that have been here for a while. Wall Street may be trying to figure out, is it too late to buy Bitcoin? Do we want to see it come back down a little bit? Stuff like that. And that's what I see right now. Bitcoin on the weekly chart still remains quite bullish, right? MACD continues to accelerate week by week by week. Same with the stochastic, same with the RSI. I would say the RSI is getting into overbought territory, but I mean, you know, we've been here before, especially in 2021. We were up here for a while. It didn't really matter all too much, you know, so I'm not holding that against it. Go over here to the daily chart. Momentum has been going up. It's dying a little bit day by day. Again, that's fine. Stochastic is bearish right now. RSI is still bullish, but it is overbought at this point in time. Again, it's been overbought since way over here. It's continued to run up. That's not the big issue here. But momentum has been sliding down, and that means that Bitcoin's going to have to make a decision here pretty soon. And when we've had these kind of bearish moves here, again, we've still had the weekly chart to help us out. So that's why we didn't necessarily care too much about this bearish move over here, or this bearish move on the MACD, or this bearish move, because that weekly chart was so bullish that we're like, that's just a buying dip. You buy that dip, you're going to make money on the reversal, which, you know, reversal, and some reversal. Great. Or you can wait for the breakout and buy the reversal right there. Breakout, buy the breakout. Breakout, buy the breakout. Although this one was a little bit different because it was election night. Things just move so fast. However, we also had this level of resistance right here that we've been trying to break for a very long time. Now that we've broken above it, we're hitting this next level of resistance. After this, it's 100K, guys. I mean, this is it. This is what we've been training for. This is why we've been dollar cost averaging. This is everything. We need to be able to break above this, I'm hoping, by the next 24 hours. It's 8 o'clock, so that means, yeah, just 19 hours and 40 minutes. That's what we're looking for at this point in time. A couple more things, though. 4-hour chart. You guys know I don't like to typically see death crosses because it means that Bitcoin really does stagnate a little bit more. If we are going to try to avoid this, we'd have to make a big run sometime within the next 48 hours specifically. I went over and I tried to find if there's any big news events coming out this week that I really have to be concerned about. Right now, basically the news is all about Trump's cabinet. So who he's picking to, you know, the CIA, you know, the Defense Department, who he's doing with economics, you know, healthcare, Robert RFK Jr., all that type of stuff. That seems to be where all the news is. I went over to where be it? Oh, did I forget about it? Oh, okay. Well, let's go over here. There you go. Trying to look for any big news events this week. Home builder confidence, you know, I'm sure they're going to be fine. Housing starts, meh. Building permits, meh. Fed speaking, you know, Chicago Fed speaking, no. Fed Governor Lisa Cook speaks, Fed Governor Michelle Bowman speaks, Jobless claims, we get that all the time. And there's not really much coming up. I would say, excuse me, Friday might be interesting here. This S&P Flash U.S. Services PMI. And we got a consumer sentiment final. I mean, that could be very interesting, I would say. But this week really doesn't have much news, so I think it'll be dominated by Trump, because every time I turn on CNBC or Fox Business or the CNNs of the world, the MSNBCs of the world, Fox News of the world, it's all just Trump right now. And I guess, fine. Trump is Trump. He sells news, right? Next week we have consumer confidence, more homelessness, more home sales, initial jobless claims, more inventories, GDP first revisions. I think next week is when we see a little bit more of a spiciness on potential turbulence, right? So just understand, this week is going to be kind of boring as far as news. So hopefully any news that we get that helps us out is pretty much coming from Donald Trump or Elon Musk here, or maybe Michael Saylor, right? Not the craziest of stuff, but we'll see. And last thing here before we start diving into the charts and things of that nature and kind of watching some YouTube videos I want to get you guys' opinions on. I am going to be buying a new computer here. I think I'm going to be buying it in December or January, depending on how much the new parts cost. There's a company out here in the Pacific Northwest called Puget Systems. And they basically do a lot of like high quality builds for computers. And so you guys know that I'm looking to do some really good stuff with video editing with DaVinci Resolve, because I want to, use my 6K camera to capture my 6K footage and not just use it to make really good streams and whatnot. But I was looking at all this stuff and I'm like, my God, look at this. Like, these things are great. So I'm probably going to have a call with them and try to figure this out. I'm going to try and see if I can go in there and talk with somebody, because if I'm dropping like $5,000-10,000, I kind of, want to see what I can get from it and understand a little bit more about everything. But there's this thing called the AMD Threadripper 7970. I think I want to try that out for 32 gigabytes. I mean, that sounds really good, I think. So that'd be kind of cool as well. So I may go all out with use some of these profits from trading to just buy myself a really good computer, like a really good computer. So stay tuned for that. I was going to buy myself a Grand Psycho watch, but I feel like this is just better. And I may buy both, but I'm trying to be frugal these days because, I don't know what I'm doing. If I'm going to, I don't know. I may want to go on a vacation or something after this next bull run, and that may cost me a few grand, more than a few grand if I do first class. So I'm trying to like balance out the budgets and whatnot. Okay, there's the music, there's that. And so let me pause the music very fast. Let me turn up the audio, and then we can listen to a little bit of, let's go 90% audio when it comes to the computer, because I want you guys to understand what's happening right now, just from some of the important players out there in the market, right? So let me do this. My headphone wire. And my mic is set too high. There we go. Oh, thank God. And then I have a button for this. Is this it? This is it. Okay. I moved my camera down a little bit because I've been relaxing more as I talk with you guys, and it just, my head like doesn't fit normally anymore. All right. And hey, everybody, happy to see you guys. And Kilo, thank you for gifting 10 membership. Sorry, I was like totally in a rant, so I really do appreciate it. I know, Kilo, you always have questions and stuff like that, but let's see right here. Let me make sure you don't miss anything. Make sure to miss anything. No. Okay, good. All right, Kilo, I really do appreciate the 10 gifted memberships a lot. And if you guys did get a gifted membership, I always put out videos every couple days for the members just to give you guys a little bit more of a detailed explanation of what's happening with the market. I think tomorrow I'll probably end up doing a stream with you guys here, probably later at night. So we'll see how that goes. But again, you guys know where to watch it. I think we're just going to toss a little bit of options trading into it as well here. There we go. All right. So listen to this very fast. It's only about 4.5 minutes. It won't take too long. Afterwards, we have this one, which is 6.5 minutes, but we're not going to be listening to this as much. There's a new phenomenon happening right now, and I think everybody should really pay attention to this, because since it's working, I think more investors are going to hop on board, which is going to eventually lead to a crazy disaster, probably in 2026, 2027, or basically whenever we have our next recession. It really depends on when we have our next recession. All right, here we go.
Exclusive interview is Michael Saylor, co-founder and executive chairman at Microstrategy. He is joining us from the Cantor Crypto, Digital Assets, and AI Infrastructure Conference in Miami. Michael, it's great to have you on the show.
Yeah, thanks for hosting me, Morgan.
So I'm going to start right there. The torrid run we've seen in Bitcoin, is this all just anticipation about what a Trump administration is going to mean for it?
You know, the red wave is probably the biggest thing that's happened in the past 4 years for Bitcoin. It's incredibly auspicious for Bitcoin and for the entire crypto industry. But we're also getting a lot of very constructive support from Wall Street. BlackRock has been a very, very strong voice articulating the Bitcoin value proposition. And of course, Microstrategy on October 30th announced that we were going to raise $42 billion to buy Bitcoin. And that's the same as saying we're going to buy every Bitcoin mined for the next 3 years at $85,000 or more Bitcoin. So there's a lot of bullish things going on in the market right now.
And I do want to get to that.
I mean, did you guys hear that? I mean, honestly, did you guys hear what he just said? Like that there's going to be a feast for Bitcoin fairly soon, and there's going to be a lot of people joining in late, and it's going to be insane to watch. Let me just replay this very fast.
$42 billion to buy Bitcoin. And that's the same as saying we're going to buy every Bitcoin mined for the next 3 years at 85.
Every Bitcoin mined for the next 3 years. That's absolutely freaking insane. Now, there's plenty of Bitcoin in the open markets, but the supply has been going down. Eventually, there's going to be people that want to buy it, and it's just going to be a tad too late, and that price is just going to soar. It really depends on what type of regulations are put in place this year, or next year by the Trump administration. But guys, we're looking at some good moves here in the future.
$5,000 or more Bitcoin. So there's a lot of bullish things going on in the market right now.
And I do want to get to that audacious $42 billion fundraising plan of yours. But first, there's a lot of regulation and regulatory aspects that are in focus with the Trump administration coming into play. SEC chairman, for example, a lot of expectations that Gary Gensler is going to step aside. And I realize Bitcoin itself is governed as a commodity, unlike other cryptocurrencies. But when you're talking about the ETFs and when you're talking about the cryptocurrency exchanges and when you're talking about companies like yours, MicroStrategy, which is publicly traded, it is SEC. So how important is that appointment going to be? And who would you like to see at the helm?
Well, I think whoever chairs the SEC has probably the most pivotal role in the entire digital assets industry. I think this is incredibly bullish for digital assets. It's very good for the crypto industry. We're going to see a lot more pro-Bitcoin policies. We're going to see a digital assets framework. We're going to see an end to the war on crypto. We're going to see a lot of pro-Bitcoin, pro-business policies. And I think that clearly the SEC will be a big part of it. So it's above my pay grade to have an opinion on who it's going to be. But I think it's pretty clear the House, the Senate, the White House, they're all very pro-crypto. So I expect that we'll have a very supportive head of the SEC.
Michael, well, as well as you.
All right, that's all we need to see there. Again, some really good stuff going on. Now, as long as everything goes smoothly, we should see Bitcoin's price continue to go up in the long term here. Sorry, Loki's sniffing through my armpit to try to get some food up here. But you saw me give him a couple treats. But again, things just seem to be moving in the right direction. So as much volatility as we see over the next few weeks and whatnot, there's no reason for me not to continue dollar cost averaging Bitcoin, buying more Bitcoin, buying more altcoins here, buying more meme coins, buying stuff that isn't even meme coins. Maybe I'm not buying as much Polygon or as much ADA or as much XRP, but I'm still buying it here just in smaller quantities. And again, like we talked about, maybe smaller quantities just more frequently, because when you look at all of these tokens here, what we've noticed is, Bitcoin's already had a fantastic run up, and maybe I can show it to you this way here. Right, here's the weekly chart for Bitcoin. Let's get rid of the oscillators. Beautiful. Now we go over here to Polygon-O-Matic. You know what I mean? Like it's just not good. It's just not good at all. So there's a lot of stuff that's so far oversold. Maybe they can find their way back up. And we've been talking about some of these the other day because it's basically everything but the meme coins, right? And AI tokens, I would say. But even go over here to AI tokens, right? AI tokens have had their good run. They're still pretty far from those March highs. They still definitely have more room to run. We go over here and we talked about Mana and Sand making some good moves. We talked about those 50-week moving averages as well. And man, I mean, they hit them. So they hit those price targets if you guys are looking for something in the short term. Now, can they keep rallying on? Can they start going back up to 82 cents, which is under 100%? Can they go up here to $1.10? Can they go back up here to $2.93? Can go all the way back up here to like what, $6? We'll see, but they're still so undervalued, right? Or oversold, whatever you want to talk about them. Still so much compared to everything else we've been talking about when it comes to meme coins and stuff. You know, ID token, I think it's still doing relatively okay because it's a new token again, AI token. ICP here, it's been doing okay, not terrible, not great, just doing okay. It's at a level of resistance right now. Filecoin, man, it's pretty darn oversold. Ethereum Classic, pretty darn oversold. Now it's starting to make the move, but it just happened again, like last week, it's that really big boom moment here. Crow, been moving up for a little bit here, been pretty nice to see. Resting on that, 200 weekly moving average here. Comp, looking like it may make a move, but I mean, look at that chart. It's not necessarily very pretty right now. We don't normally talk about this. This one's just kind of rare because back in 2020, 2021, specifically 2021, when comp was like going crazy over here, we saw Robinhood's version of it go absolutely berserk, and it was like $200 more to buy on Robinhood than it was anywhere else in any other exchange. Things like BNB are absolutely fine if you ask me. But things like Arbitrum, you know, still pretty sold off. They're having a breakout right now above the 20-week moving average. You could definitely see this have a spike, at least back up here to 83 cents from where it is now at 69. 69. But then you see up here towards $1.10. You know, we're making progress, guys. But, you know, I'm probably going to make more money buying this around 68 cents, riding it up here for 127% profit, maybe more than a couple altcoins that have already taken off. You know, there are plenty of altcoins out there, but only a few that most of you guys have access to, at least out here in the States. So if we go over here very fast, let me just type in coinmarketcap.com. And let me get some music on before that. Let me actually go back over here to the 32 and boom. There we are. Take my headphones off because I got my own music in the background. And there we go. All right. Let's go back to memes. And sorry guys, I need to take a sip of this nice tea. Never mind, hotter than I thought. I made chai tea tonight. Can't beat the chai. Alright, so, I mean, you can, let's just put all these up here. Peanut is definitely the big ball buster right now. It's definitely been going crazy. Take away Peanut. Most things have been moving up quite well. Again, look over the past few weeks, you can kind of see what had the biggest moves. Dogecoin, the GOAT was Dogecoin here, which is hilarious. GOAT's up a lot, Sheeb's up a lot, Pepe, Floki, Bonk, Popcat, Whiff, and Brett over the last few days. If you go all the way to today, at the kind of like where the average is, GOAT, Doge, Pepe, Bonk, Brett, Floki, Whiff, Sheeb, Popcat. I have all of those. I hold all of those, and I'm happy about it. If we scroll down just a little bit more though, you know, Dogecoin's down a little bit, Sheeb's down a little bit, Pepe's still up, Dogwhip Hat is down, Bonk is up. Oh, it's like, it's kind of updating as I scroll down, so it's a little bit kind of weird here. Okay, there we go. Well, you can see there's some mixed results right now. Not as bullish, right? But again, this is the last 24 hours. Act 1, the AI prophecy. I've been seeing this. I haven't bought any, but I see it. I just haven't bought anything ever. But a lot of red over the last 24 hours. Dog maybe up a little bit more. I'll see if it actually updates or not. DGen is down 20%. Department of Government Efficiency is up 39%. Yowza, that is making a move. I did add this to my watch list, but I don't think there was any place I could buy it just yet. Let me see. Markets. L-Bank, no, so there's no way you can buy this as far as I know. Open Ocean, no, yeah, there's nowhere to buy it just yet. Futures, nowhere to really trade it. Looks like they probably paid L-Bank to get on listed on their exchange, so they're trying here. They're definitely trying. Where am I at? Right here. There we go. All right, now I saw a couple of you guys asking me about Dogecoin here. So there was the MACD warning for Dogecoin. I guess that's what we were talking about last time. Still bearish here, not like terrible, but remember we did talk about this breakdown here and how that might kill off the momentum, and basically the momentum's been killed off here. We did we break down below support? We didn't know we had the first breakdown. That was fine. 5-minute chart. We did break down below that support. Now it's just, again, it's just a teeny amount. We went down to like 34 cents basically. But when you do break down below support levels, it makes it easier the next time you attempt it. So if Dogecoin does keep on heading down like this, I wouldn't be surprised if it starts heading back down here to maybe 31 to 32 cents. So just be aware of that. If you're looking to buy back into Dogecoin, you're looking to see a little bit more of a bullishness, you'd probably have to wait until, what, this is a 4-hour chart, Sunday night or Monday morning perhaps, maybe when the market opens back up. Because you're basically hoping that even if Dogecoin does take a low or something like that, there's some type of pattern that keeps it going in a channel or something, and then we manage to ride our way back up and have a big boom. That can definitely take some time. It may just bounce off of here, then rally up come Tuesday or something like that. But you definitely want to see that move, because if we start having death crosses again here, I don't think it's the end of the world. It'll just lead to more volatility, which can definitely shake people out. You want to see your token typically just keep on moving higher. Everything is stalling right now, though, for the most part. So again, I'm not totally concerned. There's a few bright rays of hope. A good example of that right now on a 4-hour chart would be Bonk. Right? Good little ray of hope. This is old right now. I was hoping we might break out, but we well, see, I got the timing off, which is the same thing as being wrong. Dip, then rip, but the dip took a few days later. How much longer? Yeah, 12 days. Yeah, that had another breakout right here. That's fine. Still moving up higher though. What's the next level of resistance for Bonk? Oh, this is breaking out everything. Is this all-time highs? It is. Interesting. I mean, I guess that's why you dollar cost average and just hold. Yeah, I mean, this market continues to surprise me right now. All because of one election. I mean, everything has just changed. The whole mood has changed. And we even got Gary Gensler saying he's going to retire here soon. So, you know, pray enough. And, you know, even God loves Bitcoin. Bitcoin. But again, Dogecoin. Let's go to the last daily chart. Dogecoin's been stalling a little bit. Bonk is still doing fantastic. WIF is stalling out a little bit. Mirror stalling out a little bit. Baby Doge stalling. Oh, geez, Baby Doge hasn't been doing shit. Book of Meme stalling out a little bit. Pepe stalling out a little bit. You know, Sheeb stalling out. You're seeing some stalls. Now, there's some rays of hope like we talked about here. You know, I would even say Floki's a ray of hope at this point in time. But you're seeing that slowdown. It's not enough to make you panic. It's just enough to say, hey, during this time, I probably should just shave off a little bit of my cryptocurrency to make sure I've been able to lock in some of my profits. That's all we're talking about right now. Short term with Bitcoin, I'm not going to get too excited about Bitcoin until I see that 4-hour chart finally turn over. We had an opportunity earlier this morning right up here on 12 a.m. 4 a.m. Did not happen. We kept on falling back down. I want to see us turn bullish on everything on the 4-hour chart. That gets me more excited about another rally. Until then, I did buy up some more altcoins today. I did buy up some more Bitcoin today. But as far as like the trade, like a leverage position trade, I'm just keeping what I have open because they're already making me money, right? I know I deleted the ZoomX positions, but I mean, my Bitcoin trade right now is up like 300%. I don't feel the need to really mess with it all too much. I don't even feel the need to average up on it at this point. I'm just going to let it sit. If you guys have no positions, no trades, you guys are all out, you guys are taking your profits, and you guys are just waiting on it for another batch, yeah, just give it about 20 to 30 hours, maybe 40 hours to kind of get back on track here and see if we can get a breakout. With the MACDs and the stochastic and the RSI, just getting that momentum back on track, that'd make me feel a lot better about this. Spot, you can kind of buy whenever, but if you're trading with a leverage like 5, 10, 15, 20x right there, you know, if you're buying right now, your stop loss is basically just the wick on this last 4-hour candle, which is right here. So that means you buy at 90,654, you sell, or your stop loss, I should say stop loss, not sell. Your stop loss is at 89,364. It's not like the craziest of levels here, but you're definitely going to be thinking about this more as a day trade rather than anything else. I mean, you can see that violent move that happened earlier today. Boom, boom. A whale took some profit here. Not the end of the world, but I'd love to see a little bit more stability before I go crazy with this. Dollar index breaking out, still going higher. Bitcoin doesn't seem to care. The election really changed everything here. SPY sideways, NASDAQ sideways, Dow Jones sideways. Bitcoin's doing its own freaking thing at this point here, which is great. We don't want Bitcoin following everything else. And of course, oil here coming down even more. I don't think this is because of economic data. I think this is because Donald Trump wants to pump so much fucking oil out of the ground. We're going to have an oversupply of oil, which would drop the prices down, which would really fuck over the Saudis, fuck over everybody in the Middle East, because Trump like fucking despises Iran. He doesn't necessarily care about the oil industry as much. Like, he wants them to drill more, and he cares about them to a certain degree, but he's like, hey, you guys have already made a shit ton of money over the past couple years. You'll be fine, right? You'll be fine. Invest all that money into drilling more oil. That way, if Democrats come back into power and they try to like stop you from doing stuff, you already have the permits in place. You already have the work going through. You're good to go, right? So we'll see how that works out. I think he even put like an energy company CEO as head of the energy department. Let's see. I'm not typing correctly, but that's fine. Chris Wright. So Trump taps Liberty Energy CEO Chris Wright. I am not going to allow ads for you. Wright, a Department of NPR. Don't do me wrong like Fox did. Trump announced oil executive Chris Wright as his pick for energy secretary. So oil executive. So maybe not CEO, but oil executive. So again, I want cheap oil. I think all of you guys want cheap oil. If you guys have more money in your pocket, you can buy more Bitcoin. You know, who would have thought? There we go. Okay, let's go back over there very fast. Anything else popping today besides bonk? I see a few moves here and there. XRP is having a rough day, but that's just because it had a really good day the last few days. I mean, this thing's been going parabolic. So can't really blame it. It's some profit taking. Ethereum Classic is still making a small move. Mana is coming down a little bit. Again, it's all these really big moves that we saw. They're just coming back down after a great rally. Popcat not doing much. Moondang not doing much. And Matic not doing much. Okay. There we go. So if you guys don't want to make this trade, I might see if it does consolidate a little bit more down here, and if it starts to really show some support, I'd probably buy around here with a stop loss there, ride the wave, and see if it breaks out. You really don't have to hold past Monday morning, to be honest, just because, again, all the weekly chart is trying to do is close above this orange line right here, which happens to be 90,900. We're like $300 away from it, but you can see all the volatility that's been happening around it. You know, if you're a bear, you definitely don't want us to be able to break and hold above that. We've already broken above it, so that's half the job. Can we hold above it on the weekly chart here? And we're not even close to the monthly chart, so we're only halfway through No Nut November. There we go. And I don't think we need to watch the Kathy Woods video, honestly. I'll just let you guys know that the point she's making is her fund, right, over at ARK Invest, what we've been seeing is a lot more volatility in their asset prices. So you can see Tesla's been more volatile, Bitcoin's been more volatile, so you see the price of their ETF going up and down like absolutely crazy. Well, I do think you're going to see more people buy up these riskier assets. Not I mean risky, but just more volatile assets. So eventually, if the market ever does have a bad day or a really bad week or year, I do think you're going to see a lot of people over leveraged into all these higher volatile like assets. I think the people that are going to be making the most money this year are obviously going to be the people that have been loading up on Bitcoin, loading up on Tesla when it was lower. And, you know, the people that, how do I explain this? The people, you know, it's kind of a copycat league, kind of like the NFL, if that makes sense. So you may notice that one year a defense wins the Super Bowl, so everybody tries to make a really strong defense to copycat them, or their mobile quarterbacks are the fashion, so everybody tries to have their own mobile quarterback, that type of stuff. People are going to be copycatting. And so as this happens more and more and more, I can expect some more and more volatile ETFs. Again, if you have an ETF that has some Tesla in it or something like that, it's generally been a good hold for you overall, a really good hold for you overall. All right, here's Bitcoin in the 5 minute. Let me just keep this out of here. I really do want to see if Bitcoin can actually have a breakout sometime later on tonight. And make sure. And hey, Kilo, yes, I do normally do the overview first. So what I've noticed while doing YouTube is if I say hello to you guys, then do all my stuff I have to talk about, the stream typically does better. The moment I start talking with you guys and doing back and forth and answering questions, the views plummet. So I typically get everything out of the way so people that watch the stream later on, they have all the information, and then as I get into Q&As, they probably usually hop off a little bit more. No cigars tonight, Manny. I have not been smoking as much the last few days. I need to definitely smoke a cigar here. I was gonna smoke a cigar last night, but I hopped in my car and there was fucking ice all over it, and I was like, yeah, fuck this, I'm not going out tonight. I almost got an Uber, but I was like, you know what, this is just a sign I need to stay home and fucking sleep. I fell asleep around like 10 o'clock and I was just fucking out, like really out. Hey Rudy, the fight was fixed. Yeah, that fight looked absolutely dog shit. Netflix dog shit, dog shit, dog shit, just fucking dog shit. I should not have wasted my time watching that fight. The two women that fought before Mike Tyson and the other guy, awesome. I really enjoyed that fight. There was some goodness out of that. Mike Tyson, I just felt fucking sad for the guy until I remembered he got like 20 million bucks out of it. What is it, Logan Paul? One of the Paul brothers fighting him, you know, Luke Paul, I don't fucking know. Logan Paul, yeah, I don't fucking care. But what do you call it? Absolutely horrible fight. And then also my Netflix was glitching for half of the first prelim. Then I had to go on my phone for a little bit. Then eventually it worked back over here. But yeah, it was just a shit time, a shitty time right there. Let's see right here. Iced tea, no. Saturday night should be whiskey. No, this is hot tea and hot chai tea here. Hot chai tea. I will get some whiskey here. Actually, I do have whiskey, but it's upstairs, so I'm not grabbing it. It's like one of those huge bottles of I got it as a gift. Huge bottles of Costco whiskey. I think that's what it is. It's pretty darn good though. It's pretty reliable so far. All right, so for those of you guys looking to buy, you guys actually may have an opportunity here in a little bit. Bitcoin breaks down right here. All we needed to do is break down, consolidate. That's enough of a buying zone here. Even here, it's kind of risky, but I'd rather just wait for the 4-hour chart to get its act together. The downside, as we've talked about before, is sometimes Bitcoin just goes parabolic. Like, you know, you see how it has a big dip and all of a sudden, boom, we're back to the races. Sometimes if you're sleeping, you know, at 7 o'clock in the morning on the West Coast or something like that, or, you know, down here at 6 o'clock on the West Coast, sometimes you miss it. You know, so it might be okay to have some type of limit buy order here. But even then, if you want to have a limit buy order, you're really just looking for something, what? $89,000? At worst, maybe 85, but my fear is if we do have a breakdown here, I mean, we're coming down, we're breaking down below the 50, there's going to be a huge momentum shift, and you're going to see much more volatility that doesn't probably get fixed up until the end of November or until mid-December, I would say. And the holidays are usually, I don't know, they can be kind of boring or exciting. It's too much of a coin flip, I would say, for me. Back up to the 5 here very fast. There we go. You can definitely see some shenanigans going on with Bitcoin right now. Beam looks good. Mike Tyson didn't even throw a real punch. No, dude. Hey, if I was Mike Tyson, I got paid that much money. You know, Mike Tyson's not as much of a legacy guy as he used to be. I think he's really gotten humbled over the years, and now he just wants his money, take care of his family, and that type of stuff. And I think he'll be fine. Solana breaking out the side of his triangle. Yeah, I mean, well, let me go over to Solana. Solana's up 8%. Yeah, so we talked about Solana breaking out a few days ago, and you can see if you guys bought the breakout right there along with Bitcoin, you're doing just fine. If you're looking at something more of a day trade here, you had the breakout here earlier today. Actually, almost kind of a false breakout there. Let me see. Is my line just that shitty or something? Let me see. No, yeah. I guess I would only care about the daily chart here, because it definitely did make some moves up here. 233. I know Solana is one of the big 3 plays that we've been talking about for a while. Nothing crazy about this. The breakout continues from last week. This is good to see. Also, I do want to remind you guys about these technical moves that we've been talking about. If you're a bull versus a bear, and we've talked about this in the past, what are you looking for right now to say, hey, this thing, we need this to go a certain direction so we don't have this event occur? We need to see Solana have a big breakout so we don't have a death cross here, right? We're very, very close, but all of a sudden, boom, the 20 is already creeping up quite fast. It's accelerating, and that should keep us from having that death cross. One more thing here, though. Momentum's already been good for a few weeks as well. That's not a big issue. How's the 50 week? Yeah, that 50 is going to keep on going up for a minute here because we're replacing candles that have, you know, $59.99. Excuse me, 60 to the equation. And we're replacing those ones with candles that have upwards of like 220 bucks. So it's going to be difficult here for a second. Luckily, Solana doesn't lead the way. Luckily, it's Bitcoin. But, you know, death crosses, just like Bitcoin on the weekly charts, are typically not really good things. Golden crosses probably would have happened around here. You know, it's decently good things here for everybody. But let me go back over here to Solana. Fibonacci's have always been kind of fun with Solana just because there's so many little bumps that it takes along the way. This is the first one. It doesn't really have too much of an impact. You can see a little bit of resistance, no resistance. Maybe up here towards 292. I don't really care for it. You go over here though, right? A little bit of resistance right there. Another level of resistance at 670. I don't really care too much about that. All the way up here. And drag it over there. First level of resistance is at 250. So this might continue on for the next couple of days, rallying up higher, probably as we go into an altcoin season, perhaps. I mean, you could really expect this thing to go up here between $400 to $600, basically. It can definitely go higher here. I'm not saying it can't, but I don't want to put your brain in that type of feeling like, oh my God, it's going to the fucking moon type of experience. Because the way you feel the moon is if you buy down here, you're already kind of close to the moon right now, right? You buy during the crash time, not even the dip, just back over here, you know, you're up around 977% just by buying and holding back when the world was falling apart. That's typically where most crypto creators have the least amount of views because nobody wants to buy Bitcoin because they think it's going to go back down to zero. Everybody always thinks that. But if it goes up here, 1,600%, 1,700%. Up here, 2,600%. And that's with a high freaking market cap token. You know, like, it's there. But the people going to the moon are the people that bought down here or bought down here, selling up here, right? If you're buying right now, let's say you bought this breakout, you know, you're looking at 121% profit, up here 213% profit, awesome. But, you know, it's a little bit different if you dollar cost averaged way back over here. It's one of my pet peeves about buying spot on so many exchanges. They don't really have the gains and profit the same way other exchange, like maybe a crypto.com has. I don't even know if crypto.com has a really good one. Maybe by the day, perhaps. I don't think so. Coinbase, I don't think they have it too, but I don't use Coinbase. I've never liked it besides moving funds back and forth. Excuse me. But yeah, what do you call it? Definitely looking really good there. Really, really good for Solana there. So I would say Solana is a big winner of the day. Bonk is a big winner of the day. Everything else is basically just kind of boring. So let me do a quick check of marketcap.com. Oh, there we go. Not so hot for chai. Mantra, Stellar, Quant. Let me rotate this a little bit. So good. Okay. Radium is up 16% in the last hour. Holy shit. This is a 5-minute chart. I mean, that looks pretty darn good. Now, I mean, you'd be scaling out, of course, but that's the daily chart. It's definitely been having a run. Let's have a golden cross back over here, a death cross over there. Golden. Ew, these golden crosses have usually been okay. This one was not so good. How was the momentum back here? That was still okay. A little bit overbought there, a little bit overbought. Not terrible. So, you know, more times than not, if you bought, you would have made some good money there. I mean, yeah, that weekly chart is looking beautiful right now. This thing's been technically bullish since October of 2023, which is like over a year ago now. I guess it's kind of when Bitcoin went bullish for a while, though. Or maybe was it more July of 2023? Yeah, Bitcoin turned bullish back over here January 2023, yeah. So if you guys are seeing some great moves, just continue to hold on to them. That's all I can say for now. Let's go back over here very fast. After a weekend, now we're going to altcoin season. Nobody can time altcoin season what I typically do is when I see all this bullish momentum kind of gathering, it's when I typically start doing a lot more long purchases at that point in time. Normally what I do is I buy a little bit of altcoins every week. I buy some Bitcoin every week, Solana, Ethereum, Dogecoin. I haven't bought Dogecoin in a minute though, but Bonk, Whiff, Miro, Crow with Knife, I just buy a bunch of tokens. And so when the move really happens, you're good. We can anticipate like big moves, but I don't think it's easy to anticipate altcoin season just yet. Typically that coincides with the dollar index coming down quite hard. And then on top of that, we see Bitcoin dominance topping out. And, Benjamin Cohen, his Bitcoin dominance top was 60%, I think it was. It's going above that. And he's the best in the game as far as like really in-depth knowledge about those types of patterns. So let me see if I can, here. It's always a flex to know that he follows you, even if he follows less than 1,000 people. But he's a really chill guy. All right, Bitcoin is at 90,000 people. People starting to care. Prior cycles. This is always something that's actually kind of nice to look at. Maybe I should just stick to here for now. So the Bitcoin market return on investment still tracking prior cycles. We're kind of still in the middle of it. Depending on what cycle you're talking about, market cycle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The big ones you see right here are going to be 4 and 5, which is the purple. Sorry, let me say this over again. 3 is this yellow orange one. 4 is the green, and then 5 is the current one that we're in. We're still looking good. Everything is still looking fantastic. And what I'll stress to you guys is, and I made the same point a few weeks ago, or last week actually. A lot of altcoins don't pop off until Bitcoin is already done making a fantastic move. So if I go back over here, let me just have a naked chart to show you guys what I'm talking about. This is Bitcoin's monthly chart. This is Bitcoin's all-time high back in April of 2021, right? Some things, April of 2020, hold on. Yeah, April of 2021, all right. That's Ethereum, April of 2021. Solana, April of 2021, right? Now Dogecoin's its own freaking thing, trust me, I get it. April of 2021, Dogecoin was it. That actually matched up. Whiff is too new. Shiba Inu. Doesn't actually have it on here. Kind of, yeah, it's opened up too late. Oh, that's no. ADA. There you go, April of 2021. This is a monthly chart. So 1 month goes by, 2 months go by, 3, we're having those good moves, but some tokens just take a little bit longer to get to that peak there where everybody's really excited. BNB, February of 2021. Now this is an exchange, so typically as volume goes up, they're making money here. But again, it still continued to run up after Bitcoin hit its low peak there. XRP. Matched up a little bit right there. That was nice to see. But there's just, there's so many tokens that just don't hit that level. Maybe Ethereum Classic could be a good one as well. Right, still had a whole another month of going berserk, all because Bitcoin during that time for those months, right? Actually, Bitcoin was crashing during that time and altcoins were going crazy. Next month, there's a good example, right? Now, Bitcoin kept on going up afterwards. Everybody was kind of happy for a while. Even go back over here to the metaverse tokens. April of 2021 fell with Bitcoin, and it spiked up a few months later back in November when Bitcoin hit the next batch of all-time highs. It's not going to match up exactly for every token. When Bitcoin goes crazy, altcoins go crazy. There's a little bit more, nuance to it, if you will. Maybe nuance is the wrong word, but that's just typically why I continue to dollar cost average, because you just never know when the token is going to explode. When back during 2020 and 2021, specifically 2021, we bought Shiba Inu here, right? And we bought it back in July when it took a big dip. And the reason we bought it, because there was a lot of buzz around this, and Dogecoin was going so big, so why not just park some money in here? We didn't see any profit from that for like 3 months. Then all of a sudden, all of the profit came within 1 month. That's how fast it all happened. There's going to be a lot of things like Shiba Inu, because what typically happens when you're in these altcoin environments is you're in a token, right? You're in a token. It goes berserk. It goes crazy. You make thousands of percent profits. You make hundreds of percent profit. You're making a bunch of money. But what do you do after it gets so crazy that you actually finally start to sell? Well, you start to look for stuff that hasn't popped off yet. And then you start rotating money in there. And all of a sudden, everybody's like, hey, this one token's moving up a little bit here. It may go boom. So it creates this mass fury of everybody just starting to pour money into it. And it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy that makes everything go boom. And it's really exciting. But it doesn't always happen, you know, day after day after day after day. It may take a couple days after everything's hit all-time highs, and people may rotate out of meme coins into a certain sector. You know, last time there was the meme sector, there was the OG sector like software and stuff like that. There was the big three like Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum. Then you also had the metaverse sector, which absolutely went berserk as well. You even had the Robinhood sector, which was just tokens that were in Robinhood. Now we have things like Fetch AI, right? Still looking pretty good. But NMR, lower market cap play, it's doing okay, but it's not nearly as good. I've been looking at this type of stuff right now. UFO token, maybe this will have a comeback. Metaverse token. Mana, still very much oversold. Maybe that one can have a comeback. Sand, maybe that can have a comeback. Spell token, talked about that one, yeah. Litecoin, still pretty low. You know, this could have a really big move here eventually too. Leo, actually that one's been moving up. This one's been so interesting. I've been buying this for a while, but it's just been very boring day by day. As you can see, last few months just doing nothing. Link, still doing okay. Breaking out right now. Maybe it has a larger move. Again, there's still a lot of stuff that's just not popping with the same ferocity as Bitcoin, and that's fine because I get more time to dollar cost average on those. I only start to panic, I would say, is when Bitcoin really start to show some really bad signs of, oh my God, like something really terrible is happening. That doesn't really happen for a while here. Momentum is still looking okay. The election just changed everything in the minds of a lot of people. You see Wall Street hopping in, which kind of changes the ante a little bit. You see regular investors still buying up more tokens, and then maybe even see a little bit more retail interest right now. Not as much as it was before, but there is more retail interest at this point in time. And with so many people being hurt by inflation, you know, maybe they don't have as much funds, but maybe they're looking for a way to make some easy money, which is always risky, of course, in crypto markets because everything is so volatile. But that does mean that we should see new money coming in here over time, which again, it's always a great sign for Bitcoin. Jebb is getting momentum. There we go. And hey, Multi-Sector, happy to see my man. Yeah, I'm just going to start numbering these off. I think it's just Bitcoin and Chill is going to be the name of the stream here. I'm going to change up the titles and stuff, but it's always going to be Bitcoin and Chill. Because who doesn't want to chill out, have some Bitcoin, you know, and enjoy some nice, nice and healthy dog treats, right? Yep. He's having a good day here, a really good day. He got treats. He got a new brush for his butt because his butt's always itching up a storm. He dances into the bush. But you gotta move though, because I don't want to run over your feet. So, there you go. But yeah, good day for Loki. Multi-stacker got the vibes. There we go. Heck, maybe I'll even start wearing sunglasses again. I need to go to the doctor and eye doctor and get my other contacts though. Because right now, if I wear any types of sunglasses, like my blue ones or my black ones or my olive ones or the Versace ones and stuff, I can't see shit. I can barely read the numbers on the bottom of the screen. I can barely read the numbers over here. Like, I'd read them, but I can't even read anything over here. Like, that's how blind I am. And like, again, my computer is only like that far away from my face. Okay, maybe a little bit more, but still, I'm pretty much blind without that type of well, having contacts in, and my contacts are pretty much busted at this point. And hey, Multi-Stacker, I'm losing a little bit of weight. I'll make an update video about it tomorrow. Eating healthier has been good. I go to the gym every day. That's also been a good thing here. And a lot more walking, a shit ton more walking actually. But fuck, dude, the cramps. The cramps is fucking starting to kill me. I need more bananas in my what do you call? Need more bananas in my diet. And hey, Kilo, I can give Loki another treat here for you. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. I really do appreciate it. I hope you've been making some good profits here. You can see Loki. He'll pop up. Nope. You gotta stay here and look pretty for a second. Ba ba ba. If you tear up the jerky, you can give it to him in more pieces. Maybe. I don't know. But he's definitely having a good day. He doesn't even look at me like this way. I wonder if I can actually put the tree here. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. Yum. Yep. All right, last treat for the minute. Yep. Oh, look at you being a good boy. See? He gets very shy when there's no treats involved, though. He's like, no treats, you know, he'll wait. So now he just sits in the corner here waiting until I, like, say, hey, no more treats for a minute. Then he'll go sit down in the corner, or he's become a sofa dog. He's become a sofa dog right there. So much so that, let me go back over here to Bitcoin very fast. There we go. So much so that my grandmother and my cleaning lady are coming over, I believe, this upcoming Tuesday, and they got some of the leather cleaner there, so actually like wiped down, because he's actually made like a little bit of like a, not a stain, but like when he goes outside and gets in the dirt kind of rubs into the leather. So they got some like leather cleaning tools and stuff like that. So my cleaning lady is gonna be fixing that for me. I need to get him to not go on the expensive sofa. Eat magnesium jellies for cramps. Ooh, I'll have to try that. That could be definitely interesting out there. Near getting some momentum, if I right, it goes a long way for a daytime period. 20 to 30 hours has been the consistent time frame for day trading over the past few months. It's been absolutely fantastic. If you guys want to day trade with higher leverages, I know a lot of you guys, like, I recommend, like, you know, 1 to 5x leverage for the new investor. I know a lot of you guys doing 50x or 100x leverage. I can tell you guys show me your trades, you know, and stuff like that. If you're going down that path, 20 to 30 hours is absolutely fantastic for profits. Even with the 5x leverage and you see your token go up 40% in like 24 hours, you're still making a shit ton of money. So, you know what I mean? Like, so you're good. But if you must go down the 50x leverage or the 100x leverage thing, the crazy route, stop loss always helps you out. And of course, knowing that you don't have to hold for too long if Bitcoin's making that big pop, usually going to be good. And no worries, Keel. Thank you very much for the super chats and the gifted memberships. I really do appreciate it a lot, my man. I really do appreciate it. I think Loki appreciates the treats as well. The app, you can help me lose weight. You can scan any food item barcode and it tells you the score. Easy to tell you what's good for you. I mean, that's interesting. Right now, I got my friend who's a nutritionist helping me out. It's basically a bunch of like chicken and vegetables with some carbs in there every now and again. And then it's salmon and vegetables, tilapia and vegetables, shrimp and vegetables. You know, just a lot of seafood and vegetables, a lot of meat and vegetables. I just don't eat any beef right now. I mean, I like beef. I eat it if I go to a steakhouse or a special dinner or something like that. But rarely do I eat beef right now, which is weird because I usually love beef. No hamburgers, no nothing. I have a torn meniscus in each knee. The VA wants to operate. I'm not looking forward to it. Hey, if the VA is paying, I would definitely get it. I would definitely get it. I've had friends that have had that surgery, and it has, well, afterwards it's good, but leading up to it, they said the pain was horrible. Okay, Loki gets one more treat over here. That's the last treat you get for a while here, as he whines for them. I think Pepe is about to run again. Let's see. Well, let me see. Pepe, I mean, Solana's still pumping up. Again, see, it feels so weird because depending on when you watch my channel, your viewpoints and all this stuff are completely different. We talked about this breakdown as it was happening because typically I go live around 5 o'clock, right? And that's basically when this move was happening. So if you are watching my channel, you know we were doing different buying zone too. You could buy here if you wanted to. You could do a lot more fun stuff. Or you're looking at dollar cost averages and stuff. You're pretty happy with where everything is going right now. If you bought over here during consolidation, you're still very happy with where everything's going. But if you're looking at this right now, like in no way, shape, or form are you thinking about buying Solana at this point in time. Unless you're doing some type of scalp or something. And I mean, my God, where's the buy opportunity here? I mean, that's not what I'd call a juicy buying opportunity at all. I mean, Bonk is still moving quite well, I would say. It's up 10% so far today. This is all 5-minute charts, by the way, so you can see kind of the more recent price action. Book of Meme is popping off a little bit more. Ethereum Classic had a big move, it kind of lost it. Mudang is making a big return up here, back up 56 cents. Interesting. Oh, there it is. It's trying to bounce off some of these moving averages like it did back in the day. Or back a few weeks ago. So we're seeing meme coins make a little bit of a move. I wonder if I should buy a little bit more Mudang here. I think Mudang has a very low market cap, doesn't it? Or it had a low market cap. Let me not, I don't know what it is now. God damn, which Mudang is this? 56 cents Mudang, Sol.com, probably this one. $560 million market cap, not terrible. You know, well, all we've been looking for so far is just some of those tokens that have lower market caps. Let me see if I can actually put this in here. Let's see. Because by that, I would expect my Mudang to be lower than what it was earlier. Yeah, because they're still coming down overall. I'm looking at my account. My account for Crypto.com is still down 10.56% for the day. So, let's see. I own some more Win. I bought some more Crow with Knife today. Some Krob. Yeah, Krob is something I bought. I don't know why I bought it, but it looked interesting. Maybe I'll talk about that for a second. I believe that has a lower market cap as well, though. So let me go back over here to... Let's see. Krob. Oh, I don't know why that didn't work. Krob. Yeah, this thing. I found it on crypto.com. Okay. There's not really so much of a rhyme or reason for me buying this, except for it's on crypto.com and has a market cap of $23 million. So I bought a couple $100 worth of it, and I'm just going to hold on to it and see what happens. You can see the only exchanges it's on is VVS Finance and crypto.com. That's it for spot. That's it. So I'm gonna be watching it closely. I'm gonna see what happens. They got an X account. I looked at the X account. It looked fine. Not crazy, but fine, right? Witness the rise of shillionaires in place of in a place where FFTB, whatever. But it's a meme coin, right? Only 5,000 followers, right? Krob Mob scam alert, I guess, but still. Some crazy stuff going on. But again, $23 million market cap. If this hits like $1 billion or something like that, let me see if I can actually find this on the charts. Krob. No, it's Kronos. Krob. Crypto.com. There you go. I wish I had a market cap chart here. But it's at 20 million, right? Let's just say it goes up to $1, right? That's like 3,500% profit. That market cap is not so crazy just because the market cap is so low, you know, of 20%, 20 million, excuse me. So I'm going to have some fun with this and see where it goes. I have no idea what's going to happen here. But Krob, I like being able to buy some of these really low market cap tokens, specifically on an exchange, and not having to swap for them, right? Swapping just makes it so much more difficult, so many more barriers that I just don't like, because I hate paying gas fees in some instances and things like that. Usually, I'll just prefer to buy them on an app if possible. Not an app, but like a crypto.com or a Coinbase, centralized, a little bit more of a centralized product. The swappers, I understand why they're there. I understand you can get good deals down there if you buy really low, but more often than not, when I swap, I never choose the right token, so I'm not gifted in that way. XLM has been fun, very much so, dude. I've been watching that one very, very closely. It's been making a lot of people some money here. Not even just like the pop that it had. I know it's going down a little bit more today after that really good move, but just the volatility and the way it's actually been trading has just been a little bit easier for people getting in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Trillionaires, LOL, new to me. I know, right? But yeah, we'll see. BNB, I think BNB is going to be fine. BNB's been something I just dollar cost average and hold for a while. Now that CZ's out, I know he doesn't really have any control over the company anymore, but wouldn't it be great? And just hear me out, guys. Wouldn't it be fantastic if we saw that there was a new head of the SEC, some really good rules coming out of Congress? So we have a bill that lays out the rules, and another a bill that lays out all the regulations. That we had a really pro crypto SEC head, which I think we're going to get. If Binance follows the rules, are they going to be allowed back in? Is KuCoin going to be allowed back in? Is BitGet going to be allowed back in? You know what I mean? Like, that could open up so many freaking doors. It'd be insane, because those exchanges definitely miss American capital in their exchanges. Having that back up, you could see them go like Binance Stadium in New York City or some shit like that. They'd go hard for it, because they do make a lot of money. I could definitely imagine them paying for lobbying teams to like enact those types of policies from the government. Right now, they're probably working on it right now. I don't know if it's actually going to happen. Maybe they want to do American exchanges only. I have no fucking idea. Maybe Trump is like, fuck those international businesses. We want to, we want New York businesses here. We want Florida, whatever. You know what I mean? So we'll see. But if I hear wind of any exchanges like that popping up, like a real good American crypto exchange, again, that has leverage trading, the stuff that we enjoy from all these offshore exchanges, because I don't think there's really many leverage trading exchanges locally. I don't think. So we'll see what happens there. We poke this around a little bit more. That's still working out fine. Let me see. Crab Mob. Big Don Crab makes an offer that no crustacean can refuse. He controls the flow of crab across the 7 seas. Oh, Jesus. Liquidity and marketing. Let's see. Crab. Yeah, only on Kronos. Only on Kronos. Very, very interesting right there. I would love to see more exchanges work with lower market cap tokens. It's just that, there's such a high risk. The vetting process must be very extreme to get on an exchange with such a low market cap, you know what I mean? There has to be some type of vetting. There has to be some type of way to make sure that the project can't get rugged if it's on crypto.com, right? It can't get rugged and all that type of stuff. Doggo to the Moon has been running. Ah, another one right there. And what's the heck is going on with Solana? So Solana's been breaking out for a while here. This is what I mean by, like, depending on when you guys watch my videos, you guys will have different opinions on this. So Solana's been consolidating for a hot minute here. Ever since Bitcoin broke out, it gave Solana the opportunity to also have its own breakout here. And if you guys managed to buy on that breakout with momentum on your side way back over here on November 7th, which was just a couple days after the election, of course, you are making some great money. But this is just your typical breakout with momentum enhancing it, so to speak, and you're heading up towards your first level of resistance up around $250, which is absolutely beautiful. I mean, there might be some more small levels of resistance here and there, but I don't think that really matters all too much. That monthly chart is just giving you a nice boom right now, just like everything else, right? If you guys want to, like, literally, if you guys have your own watch list, or you guys go to crypto.com or Coinbase, whatever, and you guys have your own list of tokens that you guys have been slowly buying. I do not want to get rid of indicators. There we go. Go down the list and just hit auto, and with with logarithmic on, just go back and see, hey, what tokens haven't made the big boom just yet? Like Ethereum seems a little bit oversold, doesn't it? Solana, not so much. It's doing freaking fantastic. Dogecoin, great. Whiff, good. Bonk, good. Miro, a little bit behind, so maybe I'll buy some more of that. Baby Doge, I would say okay, but not great. STMX, behind. Book of Meme, okay, but not great, probably behind. Sheeb, behind a little bit. You know, I want to buy stuff that's also having some issues having larger breakouts. ADA, doing okay right now, but it's still really far off compared to where Bitcoin is, right? AMP, Ape Token, Arbitrum, you know, BNB is still good. XRP, you know, I mean, XRP is kind of its own weird little thing. According to, you know, this one, probably not going to go much higher. Bitcoin Cash, Chiliz. I mean, look at all these tokens that really, you know, they're very oversold compared to Bitcoin. They can definitely have some big runs. Now, you might have to dive into each one of these a little bit more specifically, go through some technicals, kind of see how the news is and the health of the actual company behind the token, you know. But typically speaking, I mean, a lot of this stuff has a long way to run if it gets back on track, right? KDA, Leo, Link. You can see some tokens that are doing great, a lot that are still oversold quite a bit, right? Oh, that's stable coins, my bad. Right, XLM, talking about that a few seconds ago. Right, Pendle, fantastic. NMR, I'm actually buying more NMR right now, and I'm buying more FA, like FO, but FA. I'm buying more of this, and I'm hoping it makes a good move here. Back when I bought this before, I don't think you could really do too much leverage trading on it, but I think you could only do a lot more spot. But now that it's been a few months, you know, since March, perhaps that changes a little bit. World token has the room to grow. GRT, RLC, this one looks kind of funky because that nasty wick right there. A little bit more oversold, still has more room to run here. You know what I mean? Like, so, Popcat, good. Turbo, okay. Mog, good. Ocean, not too good. But see, Ocean's like emerging, so Ocean's going through some shit itself. Cospa, I would say okay. Tron, fantastic. Matic, Mudang, great. But, well, you know, I'm looking to buy a lot of that stuff that hasn't gone up as much, and because I've already bought up everything else. Remember, guys, we've been raving about this for months now, but I've been dollar cost averaging heavily into meme coins because those typically have really good moves. Now that I'm starting to take some profit out of meme coins, I'm just sprinkling it around to a bunch of other tokens, taking some into my personal bank account, using some for larger leverage positions, you know, but I'm just, you know, moving money around a little bit here. And I don't think it's a problem to start looking for some of those tokens that really haven't had great moves. Now, obviously, if the token's been going down, down, down over the past few weeks, like down, like even through all this type of stuff, maybe you might want to avoid them a little bit more, right? But typically, a lot of tokens, a lot of stuff has been moving in the upward direction. As long as you see that weekly momentum still going up, you see that monthly momentum at least going sideways or hopefully sideways and slightly up, that's more of a bullish type of token that I'd want to buy, because all it takes is one day for it to pop up like 20, 30, 40%. And if you did not buy anything before that, you're just like, fuck, do I want to buy a token that went up 40% in a day? It's up in the air because it can go another 50% next day or two. It can go up 100% for next week if you just bought and held. But that feeling of like, ugh, you know what I mean? Like, oh, do I have to make that decision? It's so freaking rough. It sucks. Absolutely sucks. Would I buy with $100 even if it's risky? I mean, I don't think $100 is too much to risk to lose here, but yeah, with Bitcoin, I mean, you're fairly close to all-time highs. It kind of depends on what you're trying to do. Are you doing a day trade, a swing trade, a scalp? You know, what's the plan there? Because with leverage, $100 might not last a lot at all here. And I mean, not really much. Wouldn't last too long at all. As far as XRP is concerned, you know, it could probably hit a few bucks again. I have high hopes for it. But with me, XRP isn't so much about what happens the next few weeks. It's what happens once the new head of the SEC is put in place over there, and, you know, in what, DC or New York, wherever the guy lives. And then what happens as far as regulations and like what actually gets put on bills. That's what really makes me think about XRP going to some really crazy highs. And we talked about this. We talked about, hey, I'm buying XRP because of all this stuff. XRP will have big ups and downs, but I don't fucking care. I'm not selling anything because I really want to wait for XRP just to have that big move. And so far, I don't know. I forget which account I have XRP in. Maybe it's weeks. Get the fuck out of here. I hate exchanges that have those things. All exchanges have them, but I fucking hate them. I don't care about a fucking soccer player. Arbitrum, yeah, right. XRP is up 380% since we bought it. It's great, and that's with a 5x leverage. I was planning on holding this thing so long that I thought maybe XRP might come down, so I probably shouldn't do 10x leverage. I should just do 5x leverage. We could be up almost like 800% right now, but I played it cautiously, which I think is fine. But boom, all of a sudden, a big pop. I bought this at 58 cents, right? And now it's at $1.03. So that means, here's the 4-hour chart. You can see the momentum was building, but you know, good entry price. Should I sell it? Technically, yes, I should definitely sell this. Will I sell it? No, because I'm thinking about what happens later on. But I think for those types of long trades, like I'm thinking about what I'm trying to do with this one, it's better to just have a spot position because this one is already eating up some fees here. Not like crazy, but it is eating up fees. So it depends. But again, you know, how long was it since I bought it? Guess right over here. It's been 6 days. 6 days, you get some good profit here. I mean, I'll take it. Got XRP, there you go. 58 cents, am I new? What? Nope, that's a pretty good trade just for swinging it up. You know? I'm not going to be holding a leverage trade for years. If I follow my XRP, I bought those way too long ago. It's in a long wallet that's hidden away from the world where nothing can really fuck with it. But yeah, 58 cents to $1.03. Most people would probably sell there. And that's, I'm not going to call it common sense because there's different type of trading strategies out there. But yeah, I mean, taking your profits is never a bad idea. And again, 58 cents. Well, actually, let me see. What is that profit? At the top, it was 112%. Even now, it's at 78%. I could definitely consider that a win. I definitely have to consider that a winning trade. Oh, which meme would I buy with only $100? Ooh, see, if I have $100, I'd probably go with a big risk it type of play. So I wouldn't go for something like a Dogecoin or a Pepe or a Shiba Inu or something like that that already has billions of dollars in market cap. I'd go like, I'd do a YOLO. I'd be much more aggressive with it. It's like going to the casino with $100 and you're gonna risk it all, right? So some of the tokens that I've been looking at right now have been this CROB one that's at 23 million market cap. I mean, it's really low market cap, so really high risk. After that, you have different things like Crow with Knife. I bought some of that off of you guys' recommendations. Keep going lower. You know, you got Dog right here. I mean, that's already popped up 20% today. It's kind of, you know what I mean? Like, depends when you buy this stuff. Moodang, I bought Moodang. That's at $568 million market cap. Department of Government Efficiency. I want to buy this, but it's just not available for me just yet. Simon's Cat, I bought some of that. Degen, I bought some of that. If I was to choose right now, the fact that you can buy that CROB on crypto.com is really nice, but if you don't have access to crypto.com, Miro is at $137 million market cap. I've been dollar cost averaging that for a while. That one or possibly Toshi here at $120 million market cap as well. I'd say either Toshi or Miro. Preferably, I'm going even more of a YOLO. I toss in a couple $100 into CROB. CROB is the one I would say right there. Hey Walter, sorry Mike, maybe you're into this, but my futures bonus money on weeks expires at UTC 8, 24, 11, 18. Does that mean it expires tonight? I think so. To double check, what I would say is just move your the line that pops up when you're on weeks, move it over to midnight tonight, like which for you is ever how many hours, right? And just see when that time correlates to like how many hours till it hits that 11:18:000. Whenever it hits that level compared to that, so you kind of like match them up and you can see a little bit more precisely there. Most of the time, it's mostly just used for fees, I would say, unless you only have like a few bucks and then that bonus becomes a large part of your trade. Most of the time, though, it pays towards your fees. So if you wanted to practice scalping or something tonight, or where it takes up the losses and stuff like that, that's also something that works out. But yeah, it probably expires fairly soon, I would say. To me. Buy some Fred. I have not actually seen Fred though, so that maybe I'll have to buy some of that. Don't listen to the haters. Oh yeah, I know, but when somebody says something like that, it's not like I don't care too much. Like oh my god, that guy is trying to make me look bad. I mean, there could be some guy out there who thinks like buying at 58 cents and like watching it go up to whatever it was $1.03 right now. It could, that's somehow a bad thing to do. Like. It was a pretty good play right there, a little bit faster than I anticipated, of course. But again, we're having all this breaking news happen time and time again, where all of a sudden it's just like, I'm like, everything's going swimmingly. We're going up, and boom, Trump says something, Elon says something, Vivek says something, Donald Trump Jr. says, I don't know, somebody in the media, around Trump says something very pro-asset-y, or there's some news that comes out. Oh, I mean, we just launch and it's freaking fantastic. But it's so hard to time news because it just breaks whenever. So it's better just to dollar cost average into these assets and just wait. The issue is we've been doing this for the past 5, 6, 7 months and it's been freaking miserable. So now that we've done that, we're very happy right now. But for those people that haven't done any dollar cost averaging yet and they have like zero assets in like their spot accounts, they're trying to figure out what to do, which just opens up a whole different door because now they're like, everything's ran up 10, 20, 100, 30, 300%. Do I even want to get in here, right? You still have to dollar cost average, but it's just a different environment. Remember, this is a very exciting time for crypto. The last few months have been freaking atrocious. They've been horrible. This whole cycle has been freaking dog shit besides what we're seeing now. And again, everything is just a little bit different. Everything is a little bit different now. Double Joe got around 250 to burn until it expires in a couple hours. Probably will yellow it. Any thoughts? I mean, I'd probably go straight into some day trading for some tokens that are making some moves. So that's probably going to be Whiff, Bonk, Solana if you want to have easy in and out liquidity, I would say. Usually Solana is looking a little bit more bearish right now, so maybe that might be something to hop in for a short-term scalp. XLM maybe. See, as soon as I say it, it's already going down a little bit here. But this might be a good breakout opportunity if you can watch this for a little bit longer. Yeah, I'd be watching this for some trading. Momentum on the 5 is weak. The 15 should still be strong though. Slowing down a little bit. Maybe not so long on that one. It might go sideways a little bit more. Bonk is losing some momentum as well. Is Bitcoin's having that typical breakdown here. So it might come down for the next half an hour or so. So you might have like an opportunity there. This is a 15-minute chart, so maybe the next couple of hours actually. Because you do see this death cross coming here, which isn't the best, but I still think we have some hope going until tomorrow. I'm trying to think. Or when it comes to something like a week, so you can just go over here and say, hey, what's moving up a lot right now? CLV is up a lot. OM is up a lot right now, so maybe CLV. Ooh. That could be interesting. This is a 4 hour. I mean, this went from like 0.03 cents all the way up to 20 cents. Holy fuck. Stop doing that. There we go. DGen is down a lot. You can also go the reverse way if you want to do some shorting and other stuff. Like DGen wants to flush down, it looks like here, so that could be interesting. For a short perspective, only 8% of the people are buying. They also have a zero fee section, so they got Peanut in here as well. Peanut's been pretty volatile. Oh, but it just got put on here. It just got put on. You can see Yeah, just a couple days ago. So, but Peanut also wants to flush down a little bit here too. So you may find some shorts, not just longs. There you go. Yeah, Bitcoin's coming down for that breakdown. Arbitrum super low, risky to buy. I think Arbitrum is not something I'd probably be doing too much day trading on. I've always preferred Arbitrum when it comes to just buying some up for a long-term hold where I hold for maybe another 5-6 months from here. And then kind of wait for the altcoin season rally to happen, then boom, I'm kind of out of it. I've never really liked Arbitrum all too much ever since I saw how it behaved in the beginning. Had like this quick little pump and it's kind of went, you know, so I've never really been an Arbitrum fans. Bonk is bonkers already? Exactly. Solana breakout confirms L1s are next. Only if Bitcoin keeps the momentum up. Only if Bitcoin keeps the momentum up. You've already seen a little bit of a rotation over there so far. So I would say, yeah, people will probably following that line of logic. And hey, Al Jr., new to your channel, great info on at this time. How's it? I never found your channel. YouTube doesn't really like my channel too much because I talk about more than like just pure crypto. So if you follow the larger crypto channels, they usually have really good editors. New people will watch their content for a while. I'm kind of just chill with my trades. The only one I can relate to, I'm like a smaller version of Crypto Face, I would say. But even Crypto Face, we've been talking about, he got an editor now, so now he's making edited videos. So I just need to do some stuff. But that's why I'm gonna be buying a very nice computer for me to learn do some editing with no issues whatsoever. I gotta go over here to solutions, video editing, DaVinci Resolve, and I think I'm gonna get this computer on the right hand side. It's a high performance, ideal for raw codecs as well as heavy GPU based workflows. I don't want to have any issues with my computer, like no issues whatsoever. AMD Threadripper 7970, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090, 24 gigabytes, 128 gigabyte DDR5, 5600 regular ECC, 4 times 32 gigabytes, best performance in Puget Bench, optional second GPU for Resolve Studio. Costs a little bit of money here, but I think I need to do a little bit more of an investment here on this computer. But you know, Corridor Digital, which does their big YouTube channel. Let me see if I can actually can I just click that? Like when they do all of their cool stuff. Here it is. Right, big channel. They're all using computers built by these guys. Right, so hopefully I can just learn how to do the editing myself, put out one video a week and I'll be fine. I'm also going to try to collab with Dennis over from Virtual Baking here fairly soon. You know, I got friends in this space. You can see them over here, but you know, CryptoFace is a personal friend of mine. Virtual Bacon, Avi Akbar is, but he's something completely different. Digital Social Hour by Sean Kelly. Sean's a personal friend, but he's more of a podcast guy. Tom Crown, I know, okay. I don't talk to him as much anymore, but he's you know, he's always doing something cool in the space. So there's a bunch of different stuff here, but for now I'm just gonna start putting out a bunch more content. But yeah, YouTube does not like my channel at all. And plus, I'm just not as exciting. I'm gonna try to get more exciting, but in an educational way, not a way that just makes you guys do stupid positions and stuff like that. And hey, G2 Wendy, I'm not entirely sure what the definition is for US-based crypto. I don't know yet. It could be a way to help out Coinbase and Crypto.com, but I don't exactly know what it means just yet. I tried to ask ChatGPT and it gave me a few different answers when I tried to like dig deep. It'll give you kind of a blunt answer, which doesn't really make much sense. If you like think about it, then you get like you got to drill down and it still isn't giving me the best option so far. But again, you know, I'm waiting a little bit for that one. Is it time to short memes and buy L1s? I wouldn't necessarily short memes, but I think dollar cost averaging L1s couldn't hurt. We've been doing that for the past few weeks here. But as far as memes, you know, I've taken my profit that I took it a few days ago. I think that's fine for now. Shorting memes are so much risky in these types of weird environments because of how fast they can pop back up, you know what I mean? Let me go over here very fast and just go to this. Let's see. Oh wait, this one. the last few weeks of the channel, we've been kind of having this narrative strike some stuff, right? Or change the news, right? So we had a thing 2 weeks ago saying big money is trying to shake you out. And that was basically this move over here a couple weeks ago, right over here, right before the election. Everybody was kind of scared. It was fine. Afterwards, we saw big money trying to shake you out, preparing for a massive election. Then all of a sudden afterwards, we saw, Bitcoin hits all-time highs and whatnot. Some good moves there. Crazy election recap of what it means for your cryptocurrency. All-time high lunch break. Everything was good. As altcoin season started, we talked about that, and I said no, not yet. Watch Bitcoin break $90,000. What will Bitcoin do next? Then a couple days ago, I put out this video saying, hey, or this stream saying, hey, can whales save Bitcoin from a large drop? Because you saw that momentum slowly coming down here, not really doing anything great, just, that, right? After you see it kind of settle down for a little bit, it's like, eh. So a couple days ago, probably meant the 14th. Yeah, a couple days, yeah, that's the 16th night, right? As that slowdown occurs, people really feel like, hey, I should be scaling out more and more and more. So it takes more work for the whales to kind of push Bitcoin back above and go to all-time highs, which they can definitely do, but there usually has to be some minor catalyst, like Trump saying something like we were talking about earlier, to really get things going here. And then, of course, today, Bitcoin is losing momentum, kind of continuation of that, a reminder to scale out, take some profits, relax a little bit, and we'll kind of see what happens next. But right now, we're still losing momentum. We can still pop off here. But like, am I glad I sold out of some of these altcoins? Not all of them, but am I glad I scaled out of some of these altcoins? Oh, heck yeah. Oh, heck yeah. I mean, like, let's go to the daily chart here. Now, Bitcoin's sideways. But Dogecoin, sold over here. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it, Whiff, sold over here. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Now, does it mean they can't continue to break out? No. But just in case something does go wrong, something that's not expected, it's better just to have some profit tucked away, because that profit is how I live my life, right? I don't have a job. You could call this the job, but it's not like I go somewhere every morning and I have to work in an office or something like that. I haven't done that since pre-COVID pre-COVID times. There you go. Degen to 02116. You're going to try to buy some up there? I plan to use your referral link. Oh, I appreciate that, my man. I always like when people do that. It keeps exchanges happy with me, and then I can get you guys better deals. So typically what I do, and I did this with the last exchange primarily, and it was a really good thing, so I'm hoping to do it with more exchanges in the future. There was an exchange a few months ago, excuse me. It was called JumpX. It was a new exchange, right? And I think they closed after maybe a few weeks because they were also partnering with Fairdesk. And Fairdesk, they didn't have any problems as far as like people losing the money and stuff, but they closed down because their investors were not happy about the growth of the exchange and how they weren't making enough money. So they kind of just like said, hey, let's shut it down, give the investors back the money, and everybody keeps on, everybody's fine. Everybody can take out their crypto, et cetera, et cetera. But one of the deals I was able to work out with them was saying basically, you guys got a good 10% discount in all of your trades. And you guys got a rebate of that 10%. So if you trade with fees, right, you get 10% of your fees that you spend every day on the exchange, you get it back the next morning. So let's say you did a bunch of trading and you paid $100 in fees for that day working on the exchange, like, just trading and trading and trading. Well, the following morning, after that $100 in fees, spending, you'd wake up to $10 in your account, right? And so you get a rebate of that $10 back. Now, it may not be a lot of money, of course, but at least it helps out a little bit. So you guys can do something YOLO with it. You guys can just buy $10 worth of a spot token. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it. It's $10, right? And again, if you do it every day you're trading and you're trading and you're trading, you have the ability just to like save that money, do something with that money, whatever. Right now with the other exchanges I work with, like they have the links down below, like Weeks or BYD5, CB or ZoomX, they all have good custom deals, but usually it's just no rebates, but you just get better fees. Better fees. And hey, Tony, I'm doing well, my man. I'm in Washington State. Do I need a VPN for the BY DeFi app? I don't believe so. I also live in Washington State, and I haven't had any issues so far. The only issue I usually have with exchanges right now is not so much about KYC. It's more about, for whatever reason, I like to go, like I switch between a lot of exchanges. And if you guys didn't know, if you guys don't use a tab on Google for a while, it does this weird thing where it kind of shuts it down for a second. The tab is still there, but when you click on it again, it reloads it. And what I noticed happen a few days ago was I kept on hopping on the exchange, opening a trade, then leaving it for a while to go like play a video game or look at Twitter or something like that. And I kept on loading the screen on and off, loading the screen. And then what happened was it said my IP address was denied because I was visiting the website too many times. Which was like, fuck, I gotta get the app now because I can't close my position, right? Sometimes I do a lot of trading with no target price and I just have a stop loss. That way I can kind of gauge where I want to sell, if that makes sense. But yeah, that was kind of annoying. So just be careful if you guys are trading on your computers quite a bit. That's just kind of a weird hidden little thing that freaking pisses me off now. I know you can turn it off, but I kind of like the fact that it's on because it does save me a lot of space with my computer. And now my computer's not having any issues right now, but it always could have an issue here, which is why I'm getting a new computer here very soon. I get rebates with weeks, and I don't know how, but it happens. So with weeks, I don't think I got you guys rebates like that. I think I got you guys bonuses. So when you guys hit certain milestones, I got you guys some good little freebies there. But I don't think it's necessarily a 10% or 20% of your fee structure. I think it's like, hey, you trade for 5 days straight, you get this. I did my weeks deal a while ago. See, but with weeks, I didn't just make the deal with the brand manager who reaches out to me, the marketing guy. I had a meeting with the vice president of weeks, and I was like, hey, I'd love to like say, hey, can I get them a better deal? You can take it out of my profit here. And then, and of course they have to pop up some of it. I'm not giving up all my profit and stuff, but it just works a little bit easier that way. Is Mooding having a good time now? It is having a little bit of a better time here. 5-minute chart. Okay, nice. I like what I see right here. Again, the beautiful thing about these low market cap tokens right now is that a lot of them are still very low, and as far as market cap is concerned, and you just have to kind of ride them out and wait. That's where we go over here to meme tokens. We got a crowd mob, we got weeks, there. Now I know it's gonna be hard for you guys to see this shit, so let me scroll down. Right? But there's only so many tokens right now that are like top market cap stuff, So you got Bread up here, 1.7, Peanut the Squirrel, 1.5, Godius Maximus, Godius Maximus making me some really good money right now. But you go down a little bit more. Ponk, Dog Runes, SPX 6900, Pepe, Moonding, whatever, like 596 million. But it's gone up like in the last month 478%. Like, dear Lord. Giga Chad, this one is 462. I haven't been in this one because there's been some weird rumors about this having an issue or something, so I just kind of avoided it. Apu 392. I've been buying Apu for a while. It's not really moving as much as I want to, but it's moving. Non-playable coin, that's up quite a bit. Baby Doge, Department of Government Efficiency, looking like pretty good. This is a new token, but you guys can't really buy it yet, which kind of sucks. You guys got Simon Cat, Djin, right? Michi, Osaka Protocol, Sundog, Snack, Mumu the Bull. What did I hear about Mumu the Bull from? I don't remember. I think I've bought this thing a long time ago, actually. The Mumu the Bull thing stuck for me for some reason. Loose, haven't bought this, but maybe it does some good stuff. I mean, last 7 days it's up 144%. But again, it's only 186 million. But if you go down even lower, like I got some Miro, I got some Maneki, Toshi, 118 million. Bubcat, I don't own any, but maybe I want some, right? Near Thim, I own some of that. Hoppy, I own some of that. Skibbity Toilet. If you guys like that, maybe that's something for you guys. But you get into the small market cap plays right here. Crow with a Knife. You guys convinced me to buy this, so I bought some. Put $100 into it. We'll see what happens. $40 million market cap. Very, very tiny. Base NG. I don't know what the fuck that says, but it's up 46% in the last 7 days. Dogcoin, richquack.com, Kiboshi, Moodang, another Moodang knockoff, Koala AI, that could be interesting. AI plus a meme coin, perhaps, you know. Foxy AI, MSTR 2100, Jesus Coin, Doge Killer, Doge. Yeah, there's lots of stuff here. Bob, MAGA, you know, see what's been moving up. Pinot right here. Pinot has some momentum. Maybe Pinot will be a good opportunity for you guys here. Pinot, what the fuck is a Pinot though? 23 million market cap, the same as the one we were just talking about with the Krob. Bad boy of Solana. If Solana's popping off, you should see this continue to pop off as well. Right, they have a little bit of a comic book. They have some partners with Bybit, you know. So again, now, what do you buy this at? Nowhere? Oh, there you go. Radium and IndoX. That's all you can buy it for spot. So nowhere really yet. No perpetual future. So all this is done through swaps and stuff, which makes it a little bit more difficult. But as soon as they're on an exchange, you know, if they go on crypto.com, I'll buy some, you know, I'll see where it goes. I'll add a little, use an AI. Troll, Sad Hamster. I mean, you get into a lot of stuff. Smog, Peng, Welsh Corgi coin, Tron Bull. Maybe Tron will have a wave. All of my Tron tokens have performed absolutely horribly, which sucks because I do like Tron a lot as far as like the main token, and I do like the team over at Tron. Like literally, they've given me free merchandise. I literally got the Tron Bull right here, collector's edition. But the meme coins that have been pushed on there have just not been good. So maybe I have to keep an eye on them and see which tokens are actually showing up on exchanges, and just wait till it hops on the exchange and then I'll buy it, right? Sun Pump Mean, is that what it's called? Sun Pump, yeah, there you go. Gensler on Tron, right? That's down 16%. I'm not gonna bet on Gary Gensler. Holy fucking kidding me. But you go to rankings. There you go. Market cap ranking, Sundog, Tron Bull, another, see, why are the two Tron Bulls? However, look at this though. The market cap goes from 215 at the top one to 80 to 19 to 10. Right, you can buy a lot of these and toss 10 bucks in here, 20 bucks, 50 bucks if you really need to. You know, maybe 50 bucks into Sundog, but everything else, maybe 50 bucks for the top two, but you know, 10 bucks, 10 bucks, 10 bucks, 10 bucks, 10 bucks. Fine. Launching soon here, Destiny, TRX to post, Sun. If you want to buy something before it goes, like, you know, launches, that could be interesting. You know, but I got to be really picky. I got to find some that's really memeable. And memeable is always, you know, it's subjective. You can get it wrong, you can get it right. Tron Horse, I don't need to see Tron in the name at all. Sono. Sun Amphibian. Like, get the fuck out of here with these Sun names. Just give me something that I can actually like say, oh wow, this is a meme coin that just wants to be a meme coin. I don't see any yet. Moondog, maybe Moondog could be it. Suncat, that one could be okay. Everything else is just like, Puss. Puss may be something interesting right here. Puss. Listed on SunSwap. I mean, I did have a good run up. I mean, I'll say, you know, it's a very volatile run up, but what's the market cap at? 4 million? Okay, yeah. You're seeing some profit taking happening right now. So if you buy this, it could always just keep on going back to zero. But again, you know, that's the risk you take as far as getting into those tokens with very, very low market caps. And on buying dexes, no, not typically too much. I mean, like, I have accounts on Bulldex. I have an account with some pump meme, but I typically just have a horrible track record of trying to figure out the tokens that really pop off. It's just not something I'm good at. It'll happen, bro. Just average strong, buy a few bucks every day regardless of price. That's good advice right there. What's the single best indicator for lower time frame trading? You know, I'd get one of those indicators that gives you a lot. Like there's a free indicator from Lux Algo. It's Smart Money Concepts. It'll give you some support levels, some resistance levels, and then they'll give you some change of characters, which usually are pretty good. What I typically would do with that is I would pull up a 4 chart. Maybe I should explain what I'm gonna sound weird for a second. Like a chart, a layout that has 4 charts in it, and then you can forget about all the oscillators and stuff that are gonna populate here in a second. But you could definitely just have a 4-hour chart, a 50-minute chart, 5-minute chart, and a 1-hour chart. And you can try to keep track of all those major levels of support and resistance. All right. And that way you can see what's happening. Like right now, scalper probably doesn't want to be doing too much trading right now because of all these levels of resistance and support. Bitcoin has to freaking make a choice, and then you can do a little bit more scalping here. 1-minute chart, you know, the way we're going right now, we really don't have much momentum. There's not really a good incentive to go either way. This is bearish. This is still bullish. I mean, you know, if you're gonna make a guess here, I'd probably say 60-40 that Bitcoin tries one more attempt to rally before it pushes back down. You can try to do a scalp right there. You can see also in the 1-minute chart, you have a small breakdown right there. You're looking at a small level of support here, but again, it's just, you know, there's not really much strong momentum, you know? But yeah, it's not something I really enjoy here. Let's see. Let's see. But you probably want to have a few different charts to kind of manage everything. That way you can see the support levels, see the resistance levels and stuff like that. There's going to be these things called change of characters that pop up and break structures. You could try to buy along those lines here, but I'm not entirely sure how accurate they are on the 1-minute chart. So far, there was a sell signal over here. There's a buy signal right there that worked out pretty well for a few minutes. This sell signal didn't work out. But, I mean, you probably wouldn't buy right here with the momentum shifting the way it was at that time. So there's so much more going on in your brain than you see on the screen. And I think that's where the experience comes in, I guess. But, yeah, takes a minute. And hey, Kilo, by the way, I only meant remember to get Loki some snacks. I wasn't asking for a show. Hugs are hugs just the same. No worries, Kilo. I appreciate it a lot. I've been waiting for them to come in the mail for a while now. Funny enough, I gave him the toothbrush treat, and he ate it within like 2 minutes. So I think I have to actually just like brush his teeth manually a little bit more. I was hoping that he might like gnaw on him and like gnaw because it's supposed to be hard. Yeah, he basically said, yeah, fuck that. I'm just gonna eat this like it's a huge treat. So teething treats don't really matter to him all too much. But I do appreciate it here. Here's Loki's last treat. So you guys can see him eat this very fast. Oh, it's a zipper. Okay. Okay, come here. Oh, okay. Over here. Fine, yeah. He doesn't even care about getting scratches and stuff like that. He was just like, no. There we go. Alright. But yeah, having these little types of charts right here go a long way if you ask me. But you kind of want to have more of a defined sense of where Bitcoin is going, the momentum, which is again why this stream is like Bitcoin's momentum is slowing or whatever it's called, because it makes it a little bit more difficult to do all that type of trading. What kind of jerky? This one is gonna be chicken jerky. So normally I get him a different type of jerky, but this one was the easiest one I could find. His normal jerky is actually sold out right now. So I think I'm gonna go over to a butcher and get some made for him. Loki himself is basically a big lamb jerky type of guy. He likes everything lamb. He was raised on lamb meat. raw lamb meat, cooked lamb meat, whatever. He's raised on lamb meat, and he's always been much better off for it. So I know a few of his brothers and sisters out there. Loki was the runt of the litter, but he's grown into the largest of the dogs, and he's not like massive by any stretch, but he's larger than any of his other brothers and sisters. And I think that's just because of his diet and exercise. I mean, like, he ran outside for like every day for like his first couple years. I guess he still runs outside every day, but I've had to like tone it down from maybe 3 hours of outside time to like 2. But I'm in the process of getting a fence built for my house so he can stay outside all day if he wants to. And then I'm just gonna have a camera outside. I'm gonna train him to like knock on a door in like outside the house to just get back in. I'll just go open it for him. But yeah, so it'll be pretty interesting. I was thinking of a doggy door, but apparently insurance companies don't like doggy doors, so I'm like, okay, fine. But I already have cameras all around my house, so it'll be kind of nice to see him run around a little bit more like all day if he wants to, or, you know, whatever he wants to do. But he's definitely an outdoorsy dog. I think just because his family's all what do you call those types of dogs? Working dogs. Yeah. Hey Frenzy, the best way I've seen the average investor make money so far this cycle, especially if they're new and they don't really know technical analysis and stuff like that, has simply been to dollar cost average and hold. So that means buy a little bit today, buy a little bit at a few days from now, a little bit next week, a little bit the week after, and you kind of build up an accumulation of spot crypto, which is not leverage trading, just regular crypto. And then you're just going to wait for it to slowly start going up, or it may even happen fast, but you're just going to wait for it to go up, and when it does, you're going to be able to sell at some good profits. If you try to buy low, sell high, and do that a lot without any experience, typically what happens is you buy at like at a medium price. It may go up a little bit, but then it takes a dive bomb, then you're like, oh fuck, and you sell for a loss, and you don't hold, and it goes back up, and you're like, oh, should I just hold? You know, it's a whole horrible cycle. So, you know, that's the best way I've just discovered so far, is just to buy and hold assets. I mean, that's it. Buy and hold assets. Man's best friend, very much so. I do not date right now. I go on dates, but I do not date. You know, like a, what do you call it? Like a, what do you call it? I don't have like a girlfriend or anything right now. I basically, you know, chill, work all day. Go on dates every now and again, but most of the time it's just work, watch TV behind me, stuff like that, you know, just have a good time. If you're buying now, you're buying late. In my opinion, you had years, you know. I don't think it's too late to buy assets, but typically when I buy assets, it's when Bitcoin is burning and, you know, it's on fire, hell's breaking loose, there's nothing good happening for it, right? Everybody's really pessimistic about it. That's usually the best time to buy for me. But if you're going to be buying mid-cycle like this, of course you're going to be facing a little bit more volatility, and you're not going to be holding as long, which means you're not going to be making as much profit. But again, you know, I think it's okay. But we need people to buy now to sell to. Oh man. Doge, yeah, Division, yeah, XRP and Doge are both making some good moves over the next few weeks. Let's see. Yeah, he's definitely a lamb guy. But I mean, like, all of his brothers have like car sickness and shit, or they don't know how to be dominant and stuff. I'm surprised Loki actually became a more dominant dog than he is. Like, he's all fun in games, but as soon as somebody threatens me or him, he did go through some training here. He just kind of like something flips in his fucking brain. He just wants to kill that fucking dog. So he's very nice until he isn't. Luckily, he's never attacked anybody in the house. The only time he's hurt somebody in the house was my little sister, because when he was a puppy, and I mean like 4 months old, my sister gave him a treat like this with her hand out, and he just like grasped on it. He didn't know what to do. He just kind of froze there, and he was like, and he wagging his tail, and my sister got a little bit of a bloody finger from it. But yeah, and that was when he was 6 months old. I was like, dear Lord, he's getting a taste for blood. But now, you know, now he hasn't bitten anybody. He tore off a dog's ear a few months ago, back in March. because the dog attacked him over, I guess, there was a dog in heat. And the dog in heat ran over to Loki to go say hi, and then Loki's not fixed. And so they were sniffing each other. They were getting, vibing a little bit. They're walking around. And I guess the other dog was on a leash because of the fact that he is protective of his like girlfriend dog, right? But he's fixed, the boyfriend dog. So apparently something happened where the dog got loose, and then like the collar was still on, the leash was still on, but just basically came over to try to attack Loki. And like Loki knows to come towards me if he ever feels threatened. So he ran over towards me, but then the dog started to charge me, and then Loki just fucking, attacked him. And then there was this weird standoff where Loki was standing on top of him, and they both froze, and then Loki just bit his ear off right there, and it was like, rah, and I was like, shit. Luckily, when you're at a dog park, everybody can see what happens, and it's not like a very, it's not like, oh my God, your dog did something to me. I'm like, dude, you let your dog, in a dog park, you had your dog on a leash, first of all, which means there's always something fucking wrong with him. And then you lost track of him. He came and attacked a human, then my dog protected me. You can fucking bring that to court all day long if you want to, but it ain't gonna work. And crypto allows me to get some really fucking good lawyers if I ever needed one. So, but yeah, Loki's a very nice pup, but when he is not nice, he can fucking be brutal. But I guess he grew up playing with Shih Tzu puppies, like little teeny dogs, so he knows how to play gentle with them. In fact, if a dog submits and he lays on his back and shows his belly, usually Loki just sits down and waits for him to get back up before attacking him again. Or he like just he calms down, waits for another command and stuff. But yeah, oof. Loki Tyson. Yeah, but yeah, so far guys, we're looking fine. But okay, everybody, I'm gonna call it a night right now. It's 10 o'clock. I've been streaming for I don't know how long. Can I actually tell how long I've been streaming? Nope. A little over 2 hours, it looks like. So right now, Bitcoin continues to lose momentum. It's not the end of the world here, but just be prepared for any type of volatility that comes out tomorrow. I think that Bitcoin definitely needs to have another big pop tomorrow to really confirm and settle this debate that's going on between the longs and the shorts. Can Bitcoin hold above 90,900? I think it definitely can. I'd be happy to see a big move coming out tomorrow because it's Sunday, not the market or hours aren't really, the markets aren't open. I'm just going to assume we're going to have a pretty violent move tomorrow. Hopefully it's not bad. If it's bad, it'll probably come back down here towards like 86,000, like a 4,000, 5,000 point drop. If we're lucky, then we have a big pop. We could definitely go up towards like 94,000. So I'm expecting something of a larger move, I hope. Maybe at the minor, it might come down here to like 88,000. At the minimum, I think it's going to have like a 2,000 point swing tomorrow, basically is what I'm saying. So I'll see you guys a little bit later. Thank you guys so much for watching the channel. And as long as the voice command still means something to a pet, things are fine. Oh yeah. During the heat of the moment though, if some dog's attacking him, yeah, well, I don't give him a command to stop until he's finished actually, so yeah. But anyway, thanks for watching everybody, and thanks so much Kilo for the super chats and the gifted memberships. I really do appreciate that a lot. You can see Loki get some more treats, I think on Monday here. I don't know if I'm streaming tomorrow, but if I do, it'll be late night like tonight. So after like this, whatever move happens. Okay, so thanks again, everybody, and I hope to see you guys again tomorrow. And Loki, you guys can say right out, Loki. Look at those claws, dude.